Do you know someone who always has to be right? Someone who manipulates situations, blames everyone else for their mistakes, or somehow makes you feel guilty for things that aren't even your fault. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's your partner. Maybe it's that co-worker who somehow turns every meeting into a spotlight for themselves. If that sounds familiar, you might be dealing with a narcissist. Being around a narcissist can leave you feeling drained, disrespected, and emotionally exhausted. One minute they're charming, and the next they're tearing you down, shifting blame, or twisting your words to fit their narrative. And here's the tough part. When you stop giving them what they want, whether that's attention, validation, or control, they often don't take it well. In fact, denying a narcissist what they crave can trigger toxic behaviors, emotional outbursts, or even retaliation. So, how do you protect yourself? Let's talk about some powerful strategies that can help you take back control and protect your peace. 1. Set boundaries and actually mean them. Have you ever noticed that a narcissist seems to push every limit you set? That's because boundaries threaten their ability to control the situation. One of the best ways to protect yourself is by setting firm, clear boundaries. This means deciding what behavior you'll accept and what behavior is completely off limits. For example, if someone constantly insults you or calls you names, you might say, "I'm not going to continue this conversation if you're speaking to me disrespectfully." Simple, clear, direct. Another important boundary is protecting your personal information. The less sensitive information a narcissist has about you, the less ammunition they have to use against you later. Remember, not everyone deserves full access to your personal life. 2. Follow through with consequences. Here's where a lot of people get stuck. Setting boundaries is great, but boundaries without consequences are just suggestions. If you tell someone you'll leave the conversation when they become disrespectful, then leave when it happens. Not after another argument. Not after another 10 minutes of defending yourself. Leave if you say you'll end the phone call. Hang up if you say you'll walk away. Walk away. Narcissists often test boundaries repeatedly. They're watching to see whether you mean what you say. Actions speak louder than words. The more consistently you enforce your boundaries, the more you teach people how to treat you. 3. Try the gray rock method. Ever heard of gray rocking? Imagine a plain gray rock sitting on the side of the road. Nothing exciting, nothing interesting, nothing dramatic. That's the idea. Narcissists feed off emotional reactions. They love conflict, drama, and getting a rise out of people. When they push your buttons and get a reaction, they feel powerful. Gray rocking means becoming emotionally uninteresting during interactions. Keep your responses short. Yep. No. Okay. I don't know. Avoid oversharing. Avoid arguing. Avoid explaining yourself for the 100th time. The goal isn't to win the argument. The goal is to stop providing the emotional fuel they're looking for. When there's no drama to feed on, many narcissists lose interest. 4. Understand what's really going on. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but understanding narcissism can help you stop taking everything so personally. Many experts believe narcissistic behavior often develops from deep emotional wounds, insecurity, or unmet needs earlier in life. Underneath the arrogance and superiority is often a fragile sense of self that they're desperately trying to protect. That's why criticism feels like an attack to them. That's why they become defensive so quickly. And that's why they often lash out when they feel exposed. Understanding this can help you recognize an important truth. Their behavior is about them, not you. 5. Stop trying to fix them. This one can be hard, especially if you care about the person. Many people spend years trying to help a narcissist see the damage they're causing. They explain, they reason, they beg, they hope. But here's the reality. You cannot change someone who doesn't want to change. Real change requires self-awareness, accountability, and a willingness to look inward. And many narcissists struggle with exactly those things. Instead of focusing your energy on fixing them, focus on protecting yourself. Your healing matters too. 6. Don't accept the blame game. Picture this. Someone gets caught speeding while driving. Instead of accepting responsibility, they say, "I wouldn't have been distracted if you hadn't been talking so much." Sound familiar? Narcissists are masters of blame shifting. Taking responsibility would mean admitting they made a mistake, and that can feel threatening to their self-image. So they point fingers. They rewrite history. They make themselves a victim. And somehow, everyone else becomes a problem. When this happens, remind yourself, you are not responsible for every consequence in someone else's life. You don't have to carry blame that doesn't belong to you. Stay grounded in reality. Trust your own experiences, and don't let someone else's narrative become your truth. Final thoughts. Dealing with a narcissist can be incredibly challenging. It can leave you questioning yourself, doubting your judgment, and feeling emotionally worn out. But you are not powerless. You can set boundaries. You can walk away from disrespect. You can stop feeding the drama. And most importantly, you can choose to protect your peace. If you've experienced narcissistic abuse and you're struggling to move forward, consider reaching out to a mental health professional who can help you process what you've been through and develop healthy coping strategies. Your well-being matters. Your voice matters. And you deserve relationships built on respect, not control. Have you ever dealt with a narcissist? Which of these strategies has helped you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below.